We're going live, and hello and welcome to Gamersledge Podcast. This is a podcast amongst friends, a look at the video gaming industry, and what it means to be a hardcore gamer. Come on in, sit down, have yourself a refreshing set of shrimp tacos and some potato chips with crinkly bags, and some, what are you drinking there, Monkey?
12-year Jamaican rum.
And some 12-year Jamaican rum. Sit back and relax. It's Gamersledge Podcast. Listener-supported, fan-supported podcast by folks just like you. Please do visit the site. Visit our shop page on the site, which is new. And anything you click on there, we get a percentage of, so we appreciate that. Also, we have cool T-shirts on the site as well. And let's go around the room and talk about who we've got hosting. Joining us this week, it's Burgundy.
Hello.
And then Neo Sapien.
Hi, if you can actually hear me, if I'm not frozen, which I'll do a lot of.
And Angel's Cradle.
Hello.
And, of course, Toad Monkey.
Hello. I think we should call Sapien Sub-Zero because he's freezing all the time. I think that'd be cool.
I thought the bad puns were the other guy's job.
Yeah. I, of course, am your host, Balth, Mark, and with us, of course, respectively, those people were Dave, Matt, Nick, and Turo. And lots to discuss this week. We did put up a E3 conference spoiler cast from day 0 of the conference, but we'll talk a little bit more about some of the other conferences that have happened between now and then. In tonight's show, but let's talk about what you've been playing first. Let's start with you, all the way down on the far end. It is Turo.
Yay! Pretty much the same. Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs. I've been playing a lot of Watch Dogs. Working is going full-fledged, so I haven't had a lot of time doing that. I've been watching some shows that I recently kind of pushed back when I was catching up on shows that were getting ready to do season finales or season endings, finales. And I started watching this one show called Orange is the New Black. It's on Netflix. I didn't realize every freaking episode is an hour long.
Not only is it an hour long, but filled with just about every memorable star of the last 15 years.
It's so good. I like it. I love it. It's so awesome. And people who haven't watched it, they're like, oh, that's a girl show. No, it's not a girl show. You get to see Laura Prepon's boobs in the first 5 seconds of the show. That is not a girl show. Oh, so if you love That 70s Show, you're just already immediately that happy right there. It's boobs, just right. Oh. But it is a funny show. It makes me realize that every job has been a prison in its own little form and way, where you have to get to know the lingo and the slang and who not to piss off and who you can trust, that kind of thing. So every job that I've ever had is like a small prison. So if I ever do go to prison, then I'm just going to treat it like a job.
Well, now that we've had deep thought and insight, let's turn to Burgundy.
Hello.
Because he'll get rid of that real quick.
Oh, no, that was it. That's all I've been doing.
Burgundy, how about your week, Dave?
Yeah, I just started watching Arrow tonight for some reason. While I was waiting, I didn't want to get too entrenched in any kind of games or anything. So I watched the first 2 episodes of Arrow, which, oddly enough, was a lot of time where I could have been playing games, but we're not going to talk about that. So that was kind of neat. Like, everybody was saying, like, the first 2 episodes really sucked. I actually liked it. I guess maybe that was good that they set the bar too low. So I'm looking forward to that show. Entwined. I've been playing that. Hello?
Entwined. Oh, you bought it.
Yeah.
So that's one of the games that was announced at the Sony press conference, available right now. And
yeah, of course I would have bought it. I want you guys to play it for free in 2 weeks.
Exactly. So tell us about it. Now the premise is that you're using dual stick controls for 2 separate characters on a spherical grid to complete objectives, and at the end of the level, the 2 beings, it's a bird and a fish, if I remember right?
Something like that.
And they merge into a dragon if you successfully complete the level.
Yes.
Do you feel like you've collected all 6 Dragon Balls when you do that? All
No,
7 Dragon Balls?
I don't know anything about Dragon Ball. Yep.
Aw.
Nick would chime in, but he's still eating shrimp tacos.
That's
Shrimp
fine.
fajitas.
Oh, shrimp fajitas. My bad. The basically expensive shrimp tacos.
It's 7 Dragon Balls.
Yeah, I'd
There we
say
go.
So
So what do you think?
I really like. I mean, first of all, a little bit of background on it. It kind of looks like Tempest meets Rez. So, like, I have no choice. I'm genetically just gonna have to play this game no matter what. I was a little worried about the keeping track of 2 things, with the twin sticks, 2 different characters on it. I thought that was going to be a lot more complicated, but actually it's not too bad because each one only takes up half of the grid. So it's not like you have to move them all around. At least not yet. I mean, it seems like they only take up half from everything I've seen so far. I'm only a few levels into it, so that actually makes it pretty manageable. Love the art style, the music. It's got this great little kind of flow to it, and this neat little I like the way they do the little end of the level has these little scenes in it that are kind of neat. I just I kind of dig the style of the game. So yeah, it's one of those weird little indie games that just kind of feels like it's made for me. So I really dig it. Looking forward to playing the rest of it. You guys will love it for free in a couple weeks since I paid money for it. So
Yeah, I appreciate that.
yeah, no problem. Hey, I take one for the team any chance I get.
Yeah, he does. What else? Anything else you've been playing this week?
Little 2048. That's about it. I was just checking on the Vita to see if there was anything released. I saw actually somebody, or who was it, Matt? That Luftrausers.
Yeah, I really want to play it. Lufthansa.
So I'm looking forward to hearing him talk about that. I thought that was a free game because he was playing
No,
it, but apparently it actually costs real money. So I'm curious about that. And it's Sly Cooper for free. That's not bad.
Yeah. My Vita is still trying to download that one, so I don't know if I'll get to that anytime soon.
That's hilarious. I thought that Entwined said it was a cross-buy.
They said when it comes out for Vita and for PS3, then it will be cross-buy for the other 2.
Gotcha, because I was ready to say, because I'm not seeing it here anywhere.
Not yet.
They have Spelunky on the Vita?
Yes, they do.
When did that come out?
A while back, actually.
Really?
Probably about 2-3 months ago. Anything else you've been playing this week?
No. Ooh, Thomas Was Alone is free.
Yes.
Been for a while.
When did that happen?
About 2-3 months ago.
Months ago.
Shut up.
I keep telling you to check the store, dude.
Yeah, serious.
Neo Sapien. Matt, how about you?
Well, Luftrausser.
So tell us
what's
about
that
it.
What is
I've
that?
actually been looking forward to it, and I haven't had a chance to scoop it up yet.
Well, it was on sale from E3, so it was under $5. So it was like $4.80 something, $4.90 something.
$4.89. I love the way they come up with their numbers.
Yeah, no logic or sense. Well, I think it's just a raw percentage, so that's why it ends up being weird. But I kind of went into it semi-blind. I knew it had something to do shooter-ish kind of.
I want something else.
It just froze. Hey,
There we go.
Oh,
Hey. Okay, so I have no idea
There we
where I
go.
cut out, but anyway, go.
You cut out
Luftrausers.
it basically shooter.
Oh, okay. It is a shooter. It's really what it is. It's all two-dimensional. The style, if I had to actually give it a style, I'd say 2600. Bit less blocky than that, but it's really kind of set up like a 2600 game. It's a flat world, and your ship. You basically have 3 things you need to do with your ship. You have boost, steer, and shoot. and you can change to that end. You can swap out the body of your ship, the engines of your ship, and the weapon of your ship, and that they all have different properties. Like the gun you start out with is this giant puffball gun that shoots these giant blasts out, and then the second one you get's a laser, so it's a continuous fire straight beam. But as you're shooting, it slows down your ability to steer. You've got a body that's designed for just crashing into things, but it can't take any shots really, but it can run through pretty much anything. And then basically it just keeps going and gets harder and harder and harder and harder and harder until you die. It took a while to get used to the whole boost versus steer mechanic, and it's actually easier to steer using the D-pad rather than the stick, because if you get the shoulder button can be the thrust, but up is also thrust. So if the stick, if you're trying to turn but you're pushing just up ever so slightly, your thruster will also kick in, so you'll start spiraling out of control. So I've gone to using the D-pad to steer and the shoulder button for boost, and then the X for shooting. So it takes a while to get used to. It's actually got, at least for me, had a fairly high learning curve. I also didn't realize that I somehow accidentally skipped the tutorial. So once I went back and played that and affirmed the basics of the game, that made it a little easier. But yeah, it's fun. It's scored, right? So it's how many points can you get and stay alive how long. There's just a ton of unlockable, defeat so many of this type of enemy in one game, kill so many of this type of enemy in over a period of any number of games. And completing those gets you skulls, and get so many skulls to unlock the next upgrade. So it's fun. It's addictive. I actually stayed up way later than I should have last night playing it. Thought, oh, okay, that's about 10 minutes. Oh, wait, no, more like 50 that have gone by. Oops. Yeah.
Played anything else?
Let's see, before I left.
You are boring him, apparently.
No.
He didn't like my description. It was crappy.
No, not at all.
Your code is neither elegant nor functional.
Did you watch, what is that show?
Silicon Valley?
No, the other one, Walk Don't Run. What is it? It's not Walk Don't Run. It's something Don't Run. It's about the cloning of the original HP computers. It just came out, like the first episode just came out.
Yeah, I heard people talking about that. I have no idea what the show's called because it had a weirdly.
Yeah, I know it's on AMC, but yeah, I thought for sure you'd been right there, Matt, for this.
Yeah, I totally forgot because I'm traveling for work this week. I totally forgot that came out. It has a really weird name, but
I heard it's very accurate. Like they were really paying a lot of attention to detail to the text, so us nerds wouldn't get annoyed.
Yeah,
what I heard they got it so right that down to the font on the computer screen.
Exactly. Yeah.
IBM had that crazy serif font that they actually got that right. So now I really want to watch this show.
So I've got to find that. Hopefully it's on Hulu or something. Or I can get it on demand when I get home. What was that called? Anyway, I'll find that out. The only other thing I did is I finished Knack.
So did he get the knack of it?
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him, Toro.
Oh, Knack. Oh, I am back.
So
okay.
bad.
Wow, Matt didn't even hear it. That's the worst part.
Oh.
He did not hear it at all.
Nope, I was gone.
Oh.
I was thinking about being back and talking about Knack.
I asked if you figured out the knack of it.
I did get the knack of it. So it's it's Knack. I mean, it doesn't really do anything different the entire game. If you played 5 minutes of Knack, you've played the whole game of Knack. So
my question is, were you tired when you finished it?
Was I tired when I finished it? Okay, I don't see where you're going with this yet, so continue.
So you didn't get knackered?
No.
All right, I was just checking.
Well, it's a fun little story. It makes absolutely no sense. There's a whole game where, Knack, go this way and beat enemies so you can secure the area for us, but they're already there by the time I get there, so... Played some of it two-player, which works well, since the two-player can die.
To get me through this, Semi-blind kind of life, baby, baby. I want.
Hey, I'm back again.
You started singing a song, so we finished it for you. You're welcome.
This is gonna be great.
So anyway, yes, finish Knack. So I actually finished the launch title. Yes.
So what would you rate it out of 10?
Out of 10, it's a 6.5, 7. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, you die really easily, but it's got much more in common with the original Crash Bandicoot than it does with any other game I've played in the last 20 years.
Thank you. I was trying to figure out what that game reminded me of when I was playing it.
Well, since Cerny had a huge part in the original Crash Bandicoot, it kind of makes sense, I suppose. But it's very much more a throwback with, cutscenes that came out of Astro Boy than really a next generation game. But it did have some things that to highlight the capabilities of the PS4, like
There was a lot of particles.
There was a lot of particles, but there was it paused the broadcast and recording when you went to a place they didn't want you to broadcast. Which is the other thing I did. I actually broadcast all the stuff that I played at the end of last week and over the weekend. So if you go to my Twitch channel, you can watch the ending of the game if you want.
And what is your Twitch channel, Matt?
Whatever /Neosapien.
Very good. So that'd be twitch.tv/Neosapien.
Thank you. I just know it's Neosapien at the end. That's all I know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to digging into Sly Cooper 4 here since that just came out for free. I've got to get back to Uncharted 2 so I can get to Uncharted 3 before Uncharted 4 comes out.
So
and it's sad when
I'm gonna interject a little news here since you brought it up. Lots of details discovered about Uncharted 4 while at E3. Looks like Nathan Drake had been retired for several years. Did notice he was still wearing his wedding ring as well, if you didn't notice that in the trailer. And looks like this may be his last story.
Really? You think it's going to be his last story, considering the way they showed it off in the conference, said one last time?
Well, I seriously thought at the end of that thing they were going to come up and call it Uncharted: The Last Crusade. I really, the way they were saying it, I really thought that was going to be the subtitle.
I really thought they were going to call it Uncharted. We really have to get this out in 2015.
We're sorry everyone abandoned the game.
What was somewhat impressive about that is that was the trailer that was shown was a single PS3 running at 60 frames per second at 1080p. No,
I think you mean 4.
All in-game. Yeah, PS4, excuse me. Running all in-game.
Yeah, that Drake model was freaking incredible.
So, yes. So anything else that you played?
No, if there was, I don't remember what it was, and it was inconsequential.
Perfect. Nick!
Hello.
Are you finished with your shrimp fajita tacos?
No, I'm actually have one sitting in front of me waiting until after I'm done with this.
Oh, good. So what have you been playing?
So, Hearthstone, mister, I haven't given you my Hearthstone yet.
Hearthstone, I actually only got to play one day last week. So I will give you my...
Every time I get into something, you want to play with me. You're like, oh, I got something else to do.
No, I'll totally do it. I trust me, that game is not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, I'm...
Even though you're already bored of it?
I am not. I am so not bored of it.
Well,
you
you
get
just
bored
said
of
you
it.
haven't played it all week.
I haven't played it all week because I haven't been here.
Right, your attention span's gone. That game told you crap.
What are you saying?
He's saying he wants to join.
I said,
Oh,
I
jeez.
would like that, yeah.
Said summertime kind of like, do.
Oh man, how much has he drank already?
So what else have you been playing, Nick?
Yeah, lots of Hearthstone, nothing new there.
When does the expansion drop? Isn't it?
End of this. They kind of like snuck into the description of the end season card, which I already have rank 20, so I already have the card back. They're at the end of the season when they flip to the next season for player ranking. There's some tips out there saying that they're gonna drop the new one.
Well, I already have rank 20 from this last one. They just reset it.
Yeah, and I already have 20 again.
Oh, geez. Well, I don't have that.
Yeah, I've only never paid for cards except for once in the beta to get the free legendary, and that's it. And I already have 2 legendaries. What?
And if you are wondering whether or not it's worth buying a box, do check out our video on our YouTube page.
No, I did. That was sick.
Yeah. And that was actually not my best box, just as an FYI.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's the thing. I haven't even paid for a box.
Well, we'll talk about that.
But yeah, Hearthstone lots. I'm always playing my phone game DOT, Defender of Texel. So that's always loads of fun. The newest event, not really the greatest, but still fun. Other than that, been moving, so I haven't quite been doing South Park yet. I'm almost done with that. Let's see.
I should really play that.
It's
You really
super fun.
should.
It's only good once or twice, but then you're like, that's it. Me and my fiance saw Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Oh, what'd you think?
That was good.
Now you can watch the spoiler cast.
Yeah, that was like, dang. Like I thought it would be, I don't know. I just didn't think it'd be as just overall cool, and how it integrated what we saw in Shield into that with the whole thing that happened. I actually have something I may have to say spoiler for in advance, but anyway. No, it was really cool.
How awesome was that elevator scene?
Oh my gosh.
I know, that was like the best thing ever in movies.
No,
He just takes out 12
I'm
guys.
sorry. I'm sorry. The Quicksilver scene. No spoilers, but that Quicksilver scene in X-Men Days of Future Past. That's a little bit better.
I still got to see that. But yeah,
The elevator scene though.
that's I don't know. I kind of like. That's pretty cool. I kind of like the fight on the highway. Afterwards with Black Widow and Seraph, is that his name or whatever? Never mind. Anyway, no.
You mean
but
Falcon?
Falcon, thank you.
You've been playing too much Magic.
I have been. Like not at all. Anyway, so yeah, I saw that. Not much really has been going on though. Yeah, lots of Hearthstone. I'm getting my butt handed to me. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Let's see. I saw Edge of Tomorrow, and actually liked it, even though I hate Tom Cruise.
That was
I
an
heard that was
awesome
awesome.
movie.
I
loved
loved it.
it.
Really fun movie. I gotta see that.
It was pretty good. I'd say like my quick critique of it was fun. The pacing was well done. You know how in that type of storytelling where they're repeating the same thing over and over again, that could start to wear on you after a while. They go just up to the point that you're about to find it annoying, and then they move on. So it's actually pretty good pacing on their part. The effects were incredible. I liked the story. I didn't necessarily like the resolution of it, but that's a debate for another time.
Just because it was shot in 4K doesn't mean you have to be a snob about it.
I haven't seen a movie in 4K yet, actually.
Well, then why are you being all snobby about it?
I'm not. I just don't like Tom Cruise. But
I will
I thought
support that statement.
I thought that he did a decent job in this. So I mean, nothing to complain about. I wouldn't say it's like the best movie I've ever watched, but at the same time, I wouldn't say it's bad by any stretch of the imagination. I'd probably give it a solid 8.
I actually like Tom Cruise in movies, and I really hate saying that.
Somebody
Tropic
said
Thunder.
somebody said to me the other day, I've never seen Tom Cruise in a sci-fi movie. I'm like, well, you never watched Minority Report? And they were like, okay, yeah, there is that. But
Yeah.
then my favorite Tom Cruise movie is actually a complete
Tropic
sci-fi
Thunder.
movie. No, it's Vanilla Sky. And if you've never
Oh.
watched it, it's a fantastic movie.
Is that sci-fi?
It is totally sci-fi because of the ending.
Actually,
have
like
to-
really, really real sci-fi, not like pretend sci-fi.
I'll have to watch it
I
because
actually haven't. I haven't.
I don't think I even watched it. I think
I haven't.
It's not my favorite movie in the universe, but it is pretty hard sci-fi when it comes down to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's Oblivion too, which he's in, which it's okay, but
Yeah,
that's.
I liked Skyrim better. Sorry. Let's see. So that watched that. Then obviously did the E3 wrap up. Got into the. I started playing a game with Yadarg from the site called War Thunder, which is a free-to-play game that I did not see announced in any way, shape, or form on PlayStation 4. It is a World War II. This is where it gets a little hard to describe. It's an arcade flying game and tank game. However, you can make it realistic,
Wait,
and you can also play it as a sim.
what?
Yeah, there's actually 3 separate game modes, so you choose how you would like to play the game, and then you match accordingly into those types of matches. We've only played the arcadey ones, and I will say that it's actually a lot of fun. It does seem like it suffers from the Ace Combat type of model in that I'd say with about 4 hours of playing, Grady and I were able to buy 2 extra slots for planes and deck out some crew to go in those planes, but it looks like you're gonna have to grind, do lots and lots of missions over and over to level up over time because everything's on an upgrade path and it takes a while. So it's fun. I recommend you to check it out if you like flying games or tank games. It's a lot of fun, but
The sim part scares me. That sounds boring.
you never have to touch it as a sim if you don't want to. And I think that's a really interesting idea of changing the way you play the game just by choosing which mode you want to be in. So that's kind of cool. Played that, and then on Tuesday, Battlefield Hardline's beta was announced, and you had to go right then and there to the PS4 to get it, which of course crashed the entire PlayStation network. But after intense persistence, both Grady and I were able to get into it. Those videos actually just went up on YouTube right now. I just got the notification that they've been posted. So if you want to check out the Battlefield Hardline beta, check out our YouTube channel, and you can see those there. Not sure why, but for some reason, the PSN is not picking up our voice chat. So that's interesting.
Son of a... Really?
Yeah, you don't have to be mad about it. It's okay.
No, I'm going to be. That's
Okay.
bullpucky.
So other than that, been playing quite a bit of that. Gonna do a video review of it this weekend, hopefully. But also, if you were not aware, this weekend there is a Destiny Alpha for PS4 owners. You can get into it for free. Today is the last day to sign up. I believe you just have to go to Destiny the game. Let me find it real quick.
Where do you sign up?
I need you to tell me, like, now.
It's
Hard
greatnessawaits.com/destiny. I know it's the greatnessawaits.com part.
Greatnessawaits.com/destiny.
That sounds like they're...
That is it. Greatnessawaits.com/destiny.
The
Booyah!
Destiny Alpha is just on.
Not for the win.
It's just it's for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And it's not a guaranteed in. You're
It
putting
is not
in
a
for
guaranteed in.
When Nick types, it sounds like it's in my head.
In your head, typing.
The worst part is I actually know what song you're going for there. That really bothers me for some reason.
Okay,
So-
I signed up. Thank you.
You're welcome. So yeah, check your emails for that. Now, Neo Sapien and I have actually already seen alpha gameplay of said Destiny.
Yes.
What would we see? Right around, I want to say, 40 minutes of alpha gameplay.
30 to 40, somewhere in that neck of the woods, yeah.
I thought it looked pretty good. The AI looks a little retarded still, to be quite honest. But you know, the game looks feature complete, but obviously they're still tweaking different things. The power sets look interesting. The progression paths look interesting. So hopefully we'll have more to report on that if any of us get into the beta over this week, or the alpha, excuse me, over this weekend. I will say, I know, Matt, your biggest sticking point with that alpha footage is it sounded like Peter Dinklage was asleep reading his lines.
Yeah, it sounded like he had just been handed.
He's supposed to sound robotic, right?
Well, it sounded
earned-
less robotic and more high.
Yeah, so in that
Like,
alpha footage,
Oh.
you know, we saw a trailer where they had heavily masked his voice. In this, there was no masking. It just sounded straight like, and I hate to say this, but yeah, exactly like Matt said, it sounded like he was high, and just totally like.
Wow.
I think he's earned the right to phone one in, okay?
But a game? I mean,
Well, it may be that they're just. It may be that it's placeholder, and they're gonna modulate the crud out of it, so it'll sound completely different in the final, or they're gonna re-record the lines.
Did
Who
you
knows?
see his work in Nip Tuck? It was brilliant. Anybody remember that show?
I
No?
have not
Anyone?
watched a single
I know
episode
the
of it.
show.
I knew it
Yeah, I
existed,
know
but
the
I
show.
haven't.
It's a huge
So-
fan of him on that show.
He's
yeah.
only been on Game of Thrones. What are you talking?
That's pretty much all I've been doing this week. E3 has kind of taken over everything else, of course.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, so let's get into the news and E3 because there is a ton of it. Let's start.
Did
with-
Toad Monkey go?
all I did was watch Orange is the New Black and play Watch Dogs.
Oh yeah, you talked first. Never mind. Screw off.
And that's friendly burgundy for you. Yeah, so E3.
No, I love the monkey.
Yeah, we know you love the monkey.
No,
All right.
because this show wouldn't
No.
be anything without him.
Hooray! I like it when he says that. Made me feel good.
It's true though.
So big. We talked on the wrap-up show about the Microsoft, Ubisoft, EA, and Sony press conference. And despite what I had said was my favorite conference of the show, which Tood Monkey, if you'd have been there, you'd have been like, "Oh my God!"
What?
actually
What's
said
oh my god?
I actually said Microsoft came out the victor.
How come? That's awesome. But how come? Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna do that. But how come? Because I saw Sony's bit and I was like, whoa, PlayStation Now, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I just think their pacing was off with that big dead section in the middle.
I can't believe
Oh.
you're still
Whereas
saying
whereas Microsoft was just game. Yeah, I get it, Dave. I get you disagree. That's fine.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine, but I mean, Nintendo. Have you seen Nintendo's?
Nintendo's
I
awesome.
did watch Nintendo's.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I have to say, because we haven't discussed Nintendo's, I am actually not liking what they're doing with Reggie lately.
You're insane.
What do you mean by that?
All right, so they
Explain
have-
yourself, sir.
they have Mega 64 take over Reggie and act all crazy within the Nintendo campuses. Then they have Reggie
It's awesome
fighting
for them.
Yeah, awesome for Mega 64, but
Mm.
I'm not so sure that's how you want to present your CEO, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because he's somebody that's supposed to be taken seriously. I don't know. And then the same goes for this video. While it was cool to have Iwata and Reggie fighting in the opening episode, to make the point about Mii's fighting, which is the newest character one of the newest characters that they announced for Super Smash Brothers. I just I don't know if that's the way I want to see Nintendo execs framed. I don't know.
God, you're so jaded, dude.
I guess.
So jaded.
If that's what
I
it
like
is,
that they're
okay.
having fun with it.
You're jaded, old, and unfun. I seriously, in all seriousness, I really thought it was great the way they handled that. Because they were working on a disadvantage because they weren't actually there. So like they had to sit there and come up with something. So they actually, I thought, did a great job with the whole making like a like making everything like in advance, so it's like more of a production, and showing that, and it kind of showed the style of what they were going for with Super Smash Brothers and everything like that, and the fun of it, and that's what I really liked about Nintendo's thing. They really went after like the fun of everything. That's
even CEOs are fun kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
They just kind of went fun from top to bottom.
I liked
Mark doesn't like fun, so that's why he didn't like it. Okay.
True, he doesn't. He hates fun. He likes that Soul Reavers game or whatever the hell that is.
What happened here is
junk in the door over and over again.
Frozen.
All that fun.
Neo is frozen, so I'm taking the grumpy old man stance from him so that somebody has that voice, because he needs it since he's frozen over
It's not
there.
Soul Reaver. I actually like that game. What's that game?
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. Thank you. Soul Reaver's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Do that again.
So
Dark Souls sucks, and that's why Mark likes it.
it does not
This
suck.
is Mark right here. Man, Dark Souls is the best. I hate Nintendo and those fun kids in the front yard. Brr.
Exactly.
Turn down your music.
I never said that I don't like Nintendo. I thought they had a really strong press conference, actually.
Monkey nailed it.
I thought, honestly, they had a really well-paced presentation. I thought the interviews with the Japanese developers were interesting, and they didn't drag on too long. In fact, one of my favorite games of the show was actually announced in that press trailer, and that was the Splatoon game. That looks like a hella fun game.
That looked really fun.
It looks
I need to watch
extremely
that.
fun. So basically what it is you have players with ink guns, but those players can transform into squid, which travel quickly through the ink. So, but if you are playing against an opposing team of people who have the same type of guns, the issue becomes, like, for example, Monkey, if we're playing in your living room as an example, okay?
Yes.
And I throw green ink in a stripe from your patio door to your kitchen,
Yes.
and you throw purple ink across it, I
Okay.
either have to turn into a squid, jump into my ink, and jump over it,
Yeah.
or if I'm a person, I go at like a quarter speed walking through it. And the goal of the game is to have the most amount of coverage of your ink at the end of the game.
Oh, jeez. That's why it's okay.
And it's 4-on-4 action. And the Wii gamepad is actually used as a map to show you your coverage and the enemy's coverage. And it actually looks like a really fun game. So I think that for me, that's one of the standouts of Nintendo doing something innovative and actually showing us
Wow, that sounded weird.
something different from what they're used to.
Okay.
I worry that enough people will play it, though. I do worry about that.
I don't worry that much because
This E3 made me want to buy a Wii U.
I know. How messed up is that? I totally
That
want
is-
one now.
Yeah, that did. Yeah, and especially whenever he was playing Star Fox and it was all blurred in the back, I was like,
yeah, I totally saw
"Gosh,
that too.
dang it, are you serious? And it wasn't showing actual footage, so I don't know if they were just playing. I don't know.
I heard Star Fox.
I will say that there was one point in the presentation where I was like, okay, so I see Nintendo's tack on this. It's Mario, you get a game, Luigi, and you get a game, and oh, Toad, you get a game, And what's next? Bombs, you get a game. Seriously, it's like they're making everybody in the Mario universe gets their own game. With
That's
that,
how they're gonna make money. That's the only way.
I guess.
Games right now.
Leave Toad alone, because I was the only person I think that like really wanted to play that.
That's,
no, I mean,
that's,
I think it
That
looks
seems
cute
like
and
such
fun.
a fun game to me.
Yeah, it looks cute and fun, but I was just like, really? You're giving Toad his own game? Really?
Shut your dirty pie hole.
I don't know. That's how I got my nickname. That's why it's Toad Monkey, because of Toad. Because I had a bowl haircut when I was younger, and everyone called me Toad because I was short.
Yeah, plus you had those red spots all over your face.
Yeah, all over it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, here's my question for you, Nick. Obviously, you weren't part of any of the E3
Yeah, thanks, Nick.
previously. But now that we've gone a little deeper, we're on day 3 of the conference. What are your standout games of the show so far? Let's start with you, Matt.
Oh, there he is.
I totally wasn't ready for that. Standout game.
Or games.
I'm probably most excited. God, never mind. No, don't want
That sounds like a great game.
I love that game.
No Man's Land.
No Man's Sky.
Oh, what happened there? Oh, now I can hear you again. Sorry. No Man's Sky. Sorry, yeah.
So I have to say that is one of the most impressive concepts for a game ever created. If they
can execute on it, it will be ridiculous.
I'm so worried because it's only like 4 people.
You know, and they talked about that. Saw a great developer interview with them. One of the 4 guys was there on hand for the press conference, and he did a developer interview, and he's like, it's been a huge milestone just for us to do the demo and get to this point in the game.
Well, yeah, and they had
E3.
Their offices flooded, and they lost a bunch of stuff. And
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Holy
been
crap.
crazy.
So the fact that it's in working demo form, they are not committing to any kind of release date. But what I like most about it is that the guy won't say the word Xbox.
Oh.
Is it going to be on the Xbox?
No. Oh, well, so its console debut is on the PlayStation. And he mentioned in the interview, we are thinking about PC, but nothing's been announced or planned for that yet.
Oh, I thought it was PC and then...
No, it's PS4.
No kidding.
Okay. So no fun for me unless I get a PlayStation or until I get a PlayStation 4.
You'll get a PlayStation. Hey,
Yeah,
can we
go
put
get a
this for a
PlayStation
second
4.
so I can get more to drink?
I will ask someone else. So that you mentioned No Man's Sky. Any other standouts for you, Neo?
It's kind of sad. Okay, I didn't get to watch the Nintendo event. I haven't gone back and watched a recording of it yet, but I watched most of the game videos. I'm excited that maybe this will be a Legend of Zelda that I will actually really want to love, as opposed to, wow, it's Ocarina of Time reskinned again.
So, question: do you think that is Link in the video in the trailer?
I don't know. When I was watching that the first time, I'm like, okay, that's extra feminine Link. And then then there's been the rumors flying around all over the internet today. So I don't know. Okay, a lot of people are making a big deal about the blue, but in the original game you got the blue ring, which turned you blue. So I don't know. It is obviously a Hylian or a Hyrulean or whatever. Very much in the same style of Link, but very lanky, even more so than Link's been in the past few games. It may just be a reimagined Link. It may just be an early graphic. I'll notice during that one scene when he or she jumped up with the bow, there was a lot of pixelation and weirdness around it. So it might just be an early graphics engine too. Don't know. It doesn't matter to me as long as I can swing my sword and shoot a blast across the screen. I don't care.
Any others that stood out for you? Or is that it?
I didn't want to like it, but that Yoshi Yarn
the Yarn Yoshi.
Woolly World
Dude, that was
game.
awesome.
Woolly
Every
World.
time he pooped out an egg, he goes bum, bum, bum. It's like, okay, you're shooting an egg out of your butt and saying bum. That is just hilarious.
And the best part is he
Probably
can
not
turn
the
right
right reason,
around.
right, but-
He can turn right around and swallow it too. That's the best part.
Yeah, that's the extra yummy part.
Wish you could turn
See,
it
there was there was
ATM.
another PlayStation game. Dang it, what was it? Brain dead. I lost my list. I didn't save it, so I can't even go back and look. There was another PlayStation game that I was watching it really kind of caught my eye, but can't think of what it is now. So, yeah, those are the ones that stick to the top of my mind. One that I'm really interested in, but I'll probably never play, and it wasn't on any show floor, but I was just watching a video for, or it wasn't on any conference, but I just watched a video for, and actually I would have my Game Informer here bookmarked for, was Star Citizen, which is going to be on PC and Mac. Well, actually is on PC and Mac if you're one of the Kickstart backers. They just released the first mode of it, and it's done by Chris Roberts, who is most famous for Wing Commander, and it's a space combat game, but it's going to be more online-y, multiplayer-y kind of thing. And it already looks ridiculously good, and they're still in, what do you say, version 0.8, I think. So, very interested to see where that game goes. Oh, that was the other game. That's why it seemed familiar. Eve, what's it called? The Eve Space Combat, Eve Valkyrie, which takes place in the... For Project Morpheus, which takes place in the EVE Online world.
Yeah.
So, again, I have been dying for a space sim ever since Colony Wars 2.
Yeah.
So,
I never even played it. Nice.
Colony Wars 2. Starfighter and Starfighter 2 did scratch that itch a little bit, but they were okay. But it's really interested to see that there does seem to be a resurgence of the space combat sim kind of coming back. So hopefully we'll see more of that. I'm a little leery of the fact that it's a Project Morpheus game because I'm not really sure I want to shell out the money for the headset. But
It just means nobody's going to play it. It's all right.
Well, that probably means I'll actually end up getting it then. But yeah.
Sweet.
There we go.
So I'm
I'm
going to
done.
go next just
No,
because.
can I go next? Because I need to get another drink.
All right. I thought you were going to go get another drink while I went.
I
was stalling
I want to
for you,
listen to
dude.
you, though. I want to listen to you.
Okay, well then go ahead, yes.
Okay. Grim Fandango.
Oh, yes. Crap, I forgot about that.
I know it's sad. I know it's sad.
It's not sad. What are you talking about? There's
But,
nothing
See,
wrong.
now that is a game that generations of people have missed. Even people that when it came out missed.
Exactly. That's why I'm so excited about it.
I mean, you can look right
Redoing
at
it?
you
Or
can
is it a
look right
sequel?
at. No, you can, no. It's the original. It's the actual
It's-
Grim
It's
Fandango.
kind of like what they did with Secret of Monkey Island, where they remade
Oh,
it, but
okay.
modern.
Yeah. I'm so excited for this because so many people missed it, and it's probably like, it's such a brilliant thing. And the cool thing is, it's actually like, it seems to be like tapping into like a niche. There seems to be this whole Day of the Dead niche. I don't know if anybody's noticed this over the years, but there's actually been a bunch of games that have gone into this whole Day of the Dead thing. Guacamelee was just like whole. You could totally say that was inspired by a Day of the Dead thing. Obviously it was. It had that whole thing into it. And then there was also like levels of the original Little Big Planet was, totally Day of the Dead. So like I love that style. Like it's a great style to have for, just a game in general. And it's got
they're
that
having add-ons for the Call of Duty game. They're doing like a Day of the Dead level. That's weird. You're onto something.
Yeah. It's a weird thing, isn't it? But it's been an undercurrent that I've noticed, like throughout like gaming, that this whole Day of the Dead thing seems to be like this weird kind of like subgenre of subgenre that's this kind of like this undercurrent of themes that like pops up in there. But I love it every time it shows up. Like it's so awesome. So the fact that like this one's coming up, which I really would say is the one that really kicked it all off. But it's got Tim Schafer's brilliance to it, and I love the way they announced it too.
Yeah, that was good.
With the fake letter and everything, and they zoom back, and it's actually like Tim Schafer faking a letter from like a 12-year-old girl.
But I'm sorry, there was nothing that topped that Magica trailer with the sorcerers.
It was
That was the best trailer I've ever seen at E3 ever.
What show was that at?
Sony's.
Yeah, it was at Sony's.
Okay.
It's about
Right now,
the
Magic
shooter
2 is a Sony exclusive right now.
Yeah, I don't care about the game. It doesn't look like my cup of tea, but it's fantastic. That's the best trailer I've ever seen. But yes, what else? What else, Dave? What other games are your highlights of the show so far?
I'm trying to think of the other one. Like that was a big one. The whole oh great, I'm drawing a blank on the name.
Broforce, weren't you excited for it?
Broforce looks fun, but I mean that's not, I won't really call that exclusive. The No Man's Sky, or is it No Man's Sky?
Yeah, No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. I want to like that so bad, but I'm so worried that it's because it just seems like it has such a small team behind it. And it's
I have been following reports from the show floor, and every single person who has sat down with the demo is saying that it is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
That, which is awesome. Like I really want to believe that and everything, because like I don't want to think that it's like the next Spore, which is just going to be like the whole great concept, ultimate disappointment.
Mm.
I mean, because I really wanted to love Spore so much.
Let's not mention that word ever again. Thank you.
You were burned by that too, weren't you?
Oh, yes.
You got the special edition too, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We are brothers. We are brothers. I was so upset at that.
But do they have it on hand?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's
Double burn. These glasses here. All right.
That's awesome.
I think we've lost Nick. He's gazing off dully into the infinity.
it's a shrimp taco coma.
Oh, no.
Either that or he really froze. He's really still.
No, he's watching.
Oh, no, there he's watching something. Oh, no, he smiles.
Oh, he's watching videos. He's catching up on trailers. He's like, what are they talking about? Watch trailer.
He's sitting there smiling, thinking, shrimp fajita.
All right, I'll be right back. Don't say anything cool, okay?
Okay.
What's my turn now?
Right. So, Neuro, go ahead.
I was watching Entwined.
You were
Watching
what?
what?
I was watching Entwined in the beginning of the Sony E3 conference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I need to catch up on that. I just can't. Not right now. Okay, so basically everything that Nintendo had was just so cool. It was cool seeing how they're gonna announce more people on Super Smash Brothers.
So the last Smash Brothers had 35 characters, and the current count after Pac-Man is 33.
33, yeah.
And the game still has like 3 months till launch.
And they're going to be releasing people like a new opponent has arrived, and it's going to be somebody.
Yeah, and you know that's deceptive because when you think about it, the Miis are 3 different characters in one.
Yeah.
So I guess technically they're already at 36.
Oh, I guess you could see it that way. But still, it's going to be exciting to see more characters get it on there. The Star Fox teaser. I mean, the way they did it, gosh, freaking Miyamoto. The Legend of Zelda trailer, like that was just all cool on how open the whole world is. Man, just seeing everything.
I think one of the things that, to their credit, that they did in that explanation was they really allowed you to get in the game designers' heads about how they tackled building the previous games and why they were so excited for this one. I thought he set the stage very well for that.
Whenever he was saying, like, you know, in the old game it was up, left, right, down kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, that really gave it a different viewpoint of how the game is designed. So that was kind of cool seeing that. Of course, I have an Xbox One, so I'm excited for the Master Chief Collection. That is so cool. I can't believe they're making multiplayer on Halo 2 again. That's terrible. It's
we
terrible,
can't
thing.
discuss this. We can't discuss this till Dave gets back because I have a news story about this.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. Everything that Nintendo
He's back. So we can talk about it now.
I'm unleashing the hell out of the Kraken. I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right. So Turo said he's extremely excited about the Master Chief Collection.
Because I own an Xbox One.
So Dave, I have a news story for this evening that I wanted to talk about just for you. 343's Industry actually released a comment today during that they have not changed or added anything to the ending of Halo 2.
Those sons of bitches.
But you have Halo 3, so technically that's the ending.
Wait.
The actual question was that they got asked, has anything been added to that ending? And their response was, yeah, Halo 3.
Okay. I thought they said they added like 2 little things.
So
That's
that was a
brilliant.
news story that I sought out and found just for you, Dave.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant that they would do that just because, like, I swear it's just an F you to me. That is amazing. It's like they heard me complaining on the internet, and they were just like, F that guy. F that guy in particular.
So we're going to keep it the same. Meh.
This, like, seriously. Like, I paid money for that.
So I thought you'd be very excited about it, Turo, because it's only $60.
Yeah, and there's like an idea that I thought might happen.
You've played every single Halo game before.
Yeah.
I don't understand your excitement for this. I really don't understand it. I get it. You're excited. I'm glad you're excited.
He's
don't
exactly
understand.
right. He's exactly right in his discussion because he has never had friends or joy in his life.
Dude.
Because seriously,
I have. That's where I made some on Halo 2 Online. That's what I'm really excited about. Is Halo 2 Online again? I was there whenever they closed
So
down
you
the
agreed to make
servers.
more friends by playing Halo 2 Online again?
yeah,
Sure,
but
maybe.
Matt, look, you and I play games together online, right?
On occasion.
Okay.
I don't know. You've never.
That's actually
done
my.
it in a-
That's
Don't
actually
make
my
a fire
point.
out of 'em.
That's actually my point. Is that you play on occasion. For some people, they play like every night online the same game over and over and over again, and they build a set of friends that way.
Which I don't understand at all.
I've done it, and it feels good.
I know. I keep trying to explain it to him, and it's like here's the meaning of life. Bunk. You just go.
Me no like fire.
Yeah, exactly.
I like fire. No, I can't wait. I can't wait for Halo 2 Online.
but
One thing
I
that I had an
understand-
idea of.
Like, don't you want to play new games?
There are
Like, I have a new
5.2
system. I like to play new
gajillion shooters. Why would you play ones you've already played before?
Probably so I could just so I can say that I beat it and to enjoy the whole story.
You just want the gamer points. That's it.
Yeah,
Oh, that too. Oh my gosh. Yes.
4,000 gamer points.
Yeah, sure. I'll take all of it, and I want all of them. I want to say I have all of them. But I also want to play online. I want to play Halo 1 online. They said that there was like multiplayer on Halo 1, and there's.
But you could go pick up. You could probably pick up the anniversary edition or whatever the heck it is for like $10.
Yeah, but they don't have online multiplayer. And then Halo 2, like I said, the servers are gone, so it's going to be nice to have that back. Halo 3, Halo 4, yeah, that's going to be fun too. But they said it's the same thing. It's the exact same game too. What was the other one? No, and one idea that I had was, what if they had multiplayer in all the games, but you got to pick. Let's say if you wanted the multiplayer set for Halo 1 and you could fight other people from Halo 3 or Halo 4 sets in different levels from different games, I thought that would be really cool, but it's going to be impossible.
They said they're going to... Really? I thought they said that's exactly what they were going to do.
No, they're going to have... It's going to be in their own game. They're not going to have where you can have the Halo 1 pistol in a Halo 4 game while there's Halo 3... bubble shields and Halo 2 people dual wielding.
Do you even consider the possibility of what kind of red versus blue episodes we could get out of that?
Oh my gosh! Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rooster Teeth is there.
Dude, they got my nephew got like that whole like giant box set for like last Christmas.
Yep.
And he was showing me stuff, and I was just like, "You like red, blue?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I used to love them when they started off." And then he showed me like stuff from like the 10th season or whatever they were on. Holy crap! They like do their own rendering in house. They have these fight scenes that
It's
rival
great.
movies.
It's great.
And it's hilarious the whole way too, and it's like awesome at the same time. They're great. I love Rooster Teeth.
So
And
any
this
other?
is-
Yeah.
I had no idea that was still going on.
Any
It's
other?
going on.
Any other games that were standouts for you, Toro?
That was it. All of Nintendo stuff, and then the Master Chief Collection. I haven't seen everything else though, so I can't say much after that. I still want to see what the Evil Within had. I want to see what Dead Island 2 had.
Oh, are you excited about Dead Island 3, Super Alpha Omega King Kamehameha?
Dead Rising 3. Oh
Yeah,
my
Dead
gosh,
Rising
they were geniuses at making that title the way it was.
It's hilarious.
Oh, that
I love.
the
I
title.
watched that trailer again. I put it on my Chromecast to put it up on my TV and everything to just watch that trailer, and I watched it like 3 times. I'm not gonna play the
Beautiful.
game. I just love the way they make trailers.
It was awesome. That was just the way they did it in Capcom, you know how ridiculous on add-ons
Yeah,
and
chat.
subtitles, they did it perfect.
Why do we have chat? What's going on here?
Oh, what is this?
I
What's
took
this
care of it.
chat
I
thing?
took care of it. So my standout so far from the show, The Division, of course. That is still my most anticipated game of all time.
But they didn't show that at all.
Which
anywhere.
brings me to
They
a question.
did too. They did
Yeah,
too.
they were two.
They did?
Yeah.
Why are all the communicators in the games coming out highlighted in amber?
What?
Hmm?
Okay, the division's communicator, the Order 1886 communicator, and one other game's communicator that I saw. They all glow with this amber-colored light.
Is it amber lamps?
He's government conspiracying on us.
Is it amber
a little
lamps?
bit.
Everybody wants to call an amber
It's all
lamps?
part of the same universe, man. It's all
Amber
connected.
Black Betty.
Wants to worry
Amber
about
lamps.
the world.
Oh, Black
Um,
Betty.
Amber lamps.
So the Division,
Cute.
Bloodborne. Bloodborne is probably one of my favorite things from the show. It has been confirmed to be the spiritual successor to Demon Souls.
Yeah, that's when I stopped paying attention to it. I feel bad because it's got a shotgun. I want to like it, but I have a feeling I'm not going to like it.
Mortal Kombat 10, Neo and I were talking about this before the show, but I watched an extended developer gameplay demo where they showcased 4 new characters besides Sub-Zero and Scorpion. And everything we saw in the cinematics, in that cinematic trailer, is in the game, and it looks just as good as the cinematic. So I was really happy about that. All the mechanics we saw were in there. But they've already said that for the storyline, there will be a lot of time travel involved. And one of the time periods that characters will be taken from is about 25 years in the future. And one of the combatants that we saw today was Cassandra Cage, which is the daughter of Sonya Blade and Johnny Cage. And
I knew he tagged her.
yeah,
Oh, by the way, yeah, I also was excited about Mortal Kombat 10.
Sorry.
yeah. So the other thing that's interesting is they
Saw
have
gameplay. It was awesome.
I
they
love
have
Johnny Cage.
layered 3 different. Every character actually has 3 different play styles now. So each one has 3
What?
different. Yeah, every character once you
Talk
choose
to
the
me,
character. Once you choose the character,
Uh-huh.
you could choose, for example, I believe Cassandra Cain's was Brawler, Spec Ops, and
Get out.
Fighter. Yeah, and you have different moves.
Did you say biter?
No, Fighter.
Oh, all right, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
That'd be like.
So the way they explained it, Brawler, her hands glow when she's in Brawler mode, and she
Like-
does more.
Like the Last Dragon?
Yes, like the Last Dragon. That is
She's
correct.
got the glow.
Why am I so not surprised you've seen that movie? But
Oh,
anyways,
come
yeah.
on, dude. It's 'cause
She
of
has
her
the
brother.
glow. Yes,
know
that
that.
is correct.
Glow.
Wow, he's totally gone.
This is my
So-
favorite Burgundy.
Anyways, yes, there 3 different combat modes for each character, but the fatality that we saw with her, when they do the opening montages, they talk to each other. She blows a bubble at the opponent, and then smiles seductively. For her fatality at the end, she shot her opponent in each kneecap, bringing them down to their knees, and then put a third shot directly in the center of their forehead. She then blew a bubble walking up to them with the gum, pulled the gum out of her mouth, and put it into the bullet hole where the gases from the opponent's head blew it up, and it became a blood bubble that exploded all over the player.
Dear God.
It
That
was
sounds
hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. And extremely creative, but really looks nice. They're saying 2015. So that was another thing I was really excited about.
I
Forgot
need
to say that one.
before. Is it going to be late 2015 or like early 2015?
They have not announced a single thing about it.
I would really like that to be early 2015. I'd really like it to be late 2014, but I know that's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, they said definitely 2015.
It can't be mid 2015 though.
Can we?
I think it'll be late spring 2015.
We need stuff for 2014. That's the thing that upsets me about E3 is so much is for like 2015, and I'm going to like forget about it. I want 2014 stuff.
I've got 3 more on my list. One of those is a 2014 release, and that's
Talk to me, baby.
Evolve.
What's
Yes!
Evolve is
man.
made by the creators of Left 4 Dead. It is 1 versus 4 gameplay, 4 players, 1 monster, and the monster evolves over time. It is fantastic.
Wait, what is this? I didn't see this.
It's called Evolve. It's on all platforms, multi-platforms.
I read how they came up with the game and gameplay for that, on how it was a small team that started with Counter-Strike, and that's how they made Left 4 Dead, and that Evolve was like their main game they wanted to make. I thought that was really neat, that they finally were able to make their baby after all these years.
I will
Talk to me. What is this? I didn't hear this. Talk to me.
Yeah, so literally it's a multiplayer, which probably means you're out right away. But
Shut up! I'm not necessarily out. This sounds kind of nice.
so they're a team of 4 hunters versus 1 player playing a monster on a very large map. The monster tries to kill and eat wildlife to level up, and there are 3 stages of evolution for the monster.
Wait.
Meanwhile, the whole time, these 4 hunters are tracking and trying to kill the monster.
And one of them's the hunter, then there's a
Trapper.
Or yeah, the machine guy, the trapper.
There's a tank.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. And who was the 4th one?
I don't remember off the top of my head. But they announced that there will be 12.
Oh, medic.
Yeah, medic. Yeah, that's correct. 12 different characters that you can play, 3 monsters, and 12 maps at launch.
One monster looks a lot like Cthulhu.
Yeah, they call it the Kraken, and it can fly, and it's badass.
Yeah.
Can I beat a monster and you guys can like hunt me and
Yes,
crap?
that's exactly the whole point. Yes.
Yep.
And we will do so as soon as Turo buys a PS4.
I might play that. Dude, Terabyte to PS4. I'll play that.
Okay, I'll get right on there.
I'll totally play that.
That game comes out in October, I do believe.
It does come out in October.
Do you want me to buy it for you? I can buy you a PS4. I make a ton of money.
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is the part where you say yes and give him your information.
Yeah,
and he
that
buys it
would be
right now.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Why don't you guys talk about that offline and
What
go ahead and
just put
drop ship it.
Security number and credit card number in the chat.
No. Just go ahead and buy it and ship it to him over Amazon, Dave. You've got Prime.
Send me your email.
All right. So let's see. Evolve was one of the 3. Splatoon was the other one that I was really excited about. And
That
then
was really fun. Grim Fandango.
The third one, the third and final one.
Grim
I'm sorry, but
Fandango.
no, it's not Grim Fandango.
Grim Fandango.
Where is it?
Grim Fandango.
Splinter Cell Siege.
What?
That game looks amazing.
Wait.
I gave up on
Rainbow
Splinter Cell.
Six.
What?
Wasn't it Rainbow Six?
Oh no, Rainbow Six. Sorry, Rainbow Six Siege.
Dude, I'm
Oh.
off my ass and I got that right.
Yeah. I just remembered Siege. I couldn't remember the rest.
There's too many games, man.
Yeah,
there's too
there's
many
so
things
many
coming
games.
out.
There's too many games, but I've got too little brain cells working right now, and I got it.
So
That
is
looks crazy.
It looks really good.
The way
really
you could like shoot
tactical.
through walls and stuff.
So managed to watch an extended developer session with that today, and it looks like if you're the team that's inside the house with the hostages, you have all kinds of booby traps that you can set up, but you only have 30 seconds to do it.
Wait, what?
You only have 30 seconds to do it. And the stuff that they... So, like, you may have booby traps that you can set, like trip-mined doors or something like that.
Right.
There's no currency to say that you only have X amount of things to do it. Your currency is time. You have 30 seconds to set up the entire house before the other team breaches.
That seems crazy.
And
that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So,
but you know what's cool about that? That they could shoot through walls. They can just like, I mean, they had some serious hardware where they could just like blow apart walls. And you were just like, crap, what do I do about that? Because they're just like blowing down the walls.
So the interesting thing is not only can the breachers use that, but so can the hostage takers. So if you know there's somebody on the other side of that wall, you can just shoot them through the wall and kill them.
I know!
And it's one shot, one kill.
Right, and you have those little like drones that go through the thing, like the little rolly things.
Yep.
And then like the little hostage sits there and goes like, save me, and you're just like trying to like say, shut the F up. Like I'm trying to save you, and you're like sitting there diming out the drone. And they dime out the drone, and then they shoot the drone, and then you can't see crap anymore. That's awesome. And then you sit there and like charge through the windows and stuff. That does look kind of cool, and I don't even like those kind of games, but that looked pretty cool.
It looks extremely cool. So those are my standouts. Let's get to reader mail, and then we'll tackle the rest of the news for a second.
We have news? I thought it was all E3.
No, we still have a couple pieces of news. Gaz wrote in and said, hey guys, watched the Xbox and PlayStation conferences, liked them both. I thought the PlayStation one had more wow moments in games I want to get my hands on more.
Agreed.
But overall, it was a good showing from both, in my opinion. Was there anything in particular that blew you away? I don't really like Call of Duty, but the new game was stunning to watch regardless, even if it was more style over substance. Was there anything that absolutely blew you away? Matt?
No. Nothing that just completely blew me away. I'll be honest.
Which one of us doesn't like fun? I'm just saying.
I'm thinking visually right now. I mean, we already talked about No Man's Sky, which the whole concept melts my brain a little bit, and I understand what it's all talking about. So, but I mean, I was impressed to see The Order looking as good as it did.
I was impressed to see it running as good as it did.
Well, that too, but I don't know. There wasn't anything. I mean, there wasn't anything that the thing that surprised me the most. I guess I'll go with that was Little Big Planet 3. I did not think they were going to go with another Little Big Planet. I thought they were working on an original IP.
Good choice.
So
good choice.
That surprised me the most.
Good choice. I like.
Yeah. Dave, what about you?
I was shocked at Little Big Planet 3. I was actually like, that's what I wanted out of the Sony conference. I wanted to be surprised, and they surprised me multiple times actually. The whole Grim Fandango thing. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
How?
Luck of the Irish.
Sweet, Life of Riley. Okay, so like I was really surprised by the life of. Crap. I was really surprised by the whole Grim Fandango thing. I thought that was awesome. That was a great thing, and I'm glad that they're able to like show that to a whole generation of gamers that just didn't get to experience that game. I'm so looking forward to that. But the whole Little Big Planet 3 with all like the different gameplay elements and the different characters and everything like that, that's so awesome. Like I wasn't expecting that. And I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. I mean, Little Big Planet 3 kind of makes sense, like, on their part, because they kind of do that. But, like, it didn't get leaked beforehand and everything like that. And that's why I like Sony's conference, because it was just kind of like, wow, I didn't expect that. Wow, I didn't expect that. Wow, I didn't expect that. And it happened over and over again. And, like, Entwine came out, and they're like, hey, look at this cool little game Entwine. Hey, buy it now. You know, they just kind of did that over and over again with these whole, like, you know, things that I didn't expect. And they surprised me with that. And then, like, that, I like that. I'm old. I like surprises. I like when they sit there and do things like that. So, like, that was why Sony won it for me, because they did things like that.
Turo, what about you? Anything that really blew you away from the show?
Oh, blew me away. The Zelda part, the Legend of Zelda scene. That was really cool. The way they went into it and then actually showed little gameplay. I thought that's what they were going to show, was just how vast the level was. Just like, I don't know if that's Hyrule Field or whatever, but he even said those mountains way back there, you can go to them. You could just walk up and go to them, and it just had like a cool, like, Elder Scrolls feel to it.
See, and I think what surprised me there is that's something we'd hear from Bungie with Destiny, or, you know, some other giant developer. Those are not words we're used to hearing from Nintendo.
And I think they're learning, or not learning. They had to change because they had to change, or they were going to be left behind.
Yeah.
And why not change with one of their, you know, top games? And it got noticed, and I'm very, very excited. I think that was the biggest wow. I think whenever I saw that, that's when I said, wow, I'm going to have to get a Wii U now. I really do. It was just for like 4 or 5 games, but now, since E3, it's going to be a nice collection of games.
So there were 2 for me, and I really tried to separate this out, but they're actually the only 2 trailers during the whole show that actually, like, grabbed my heartstrings.
Oh.
And I will admit to being an old softy, I guess, at heart, but there were 2 of them. The first was the Division's story trailer, the cinematic story trailer. Because if you haven't watched it, it basically sets up why you're fighting to rebuild society in the game. And they do this. The name of the trailer is Fudge.
It's not Fudge, Perkin.
No, it's not.
It's not Fudge.
It's like brutality is invisible, or despair is invisible, or something like that. And throughout the entire thing, it's done through stop motion, and you never actually see any people. And it ties into that theme that brutality is invisible. It's really, really good, and it basically follows a family through the outbreak and the results of it. So that was one. The other one was Valiant Hearts, which is the game that's running under the UbiArts engine, that's set in World War I.
Oh God, with the dog.
Yes, with the dog.
Oh my God, that game.
I
need to have that.
It did actually take
Why
me
are you so far away?
Completely by surprise.
Oh, 1 second. I gotta get up here. That game looks amazing.
It does, and I was not prepared for that, so that was.
And it looks like the dog, like, you know, stays like the whole time and everything like that, and it kind of like centers around the dog, which is just like that really tugs on my heartstrings for those dogs.
Yeah, so those were the 2 trailers that really kind of blew me away.
Sweet.
Other than that, I hope that answers your question, Gaz. Other than that, let's jump into news. One of the pieces of news that I thought was very interesting is we found out and talked about on the E3 spoiler cast about how there will be The Last of Us content in Diablo 3 for owners of the PS3 and PS4 version. Turns out, not only will The Last of Us enemies appear in the game, but you're also going to be able to get Shadow of the Colossus transmog sets. So that you will have armor that makes you look like one of the Colossi.
That's awesome.
It's extremely awesome. So that's pretty doggone sweet. And they basically have detailed how this is going to be facilitated in the game. There will be a Last of Us Nephilim Rift for the Ultimate Evil Edition. hand-picked environments from the Diablo 3 universe, and an ominous yellow spore effect to make a randomized dungeon of Last of Us monsters. And then on top of that, you'll have the Guise of the Colossi, which is a unique set of transmogrification plans that unlock 6 armor appearances inspired by the PS2 game. So and that's available to all classes. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try and say that.
Oh
God, I need to throw up.
Matt, did you have some news?
Oh, Matt.
I'll take that as a no.
Oh, no. I have a little bit of news.
Go for it.
Amazon, 1 year of PlayStation Plus is $40
Oh, that's a good deal.
right now. Yeah, I think I'm going to go buy it. Finally.
That's a good idea.
Wait, do you even have PlayStation?
Yeah, he has PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Oh, you need a PlayStation 4.
Right, you're going to buy it for him.
Yeah, you said you were going to buy one for me.
Oh, that's right. Just give me your address and I'll send it over. I'll order it on Amazon and send it.
Okay.
If you do it now, I'll send it now.
Yeah, do it now, Turo.
Okay.
Send him your email address
All right.
in the chat. The other piece of information, news that I have this week is it looks like E3 may be moving from LA. The contract for E3 for the Los Angeles Convention Center is up after 2015, and it looks like the ESA, the Entertainment Software Association, may decide to pursue another city. So they haven't said exactly where, but they said that they will be announcing it shortly, since the time to make the decision is relatively short. Chicago came close to winning it last time. So realize that if that does happen, E3 will be in our backyard.
Oh my gosh. To actually, man.
The Eagle Boulevard?
Yes.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, you're laughing at his address?
It's all good.
Let's see. The other thing that obviously was not at the show was The Last Guardian.
Ah.
That's not going to be at any show.
Sony's Shuhei Yoshida spoke to Eurogamer about the state of the game, and he said there were a difficult couple of days before the show, obviously referencing IGN saying that it was canceled. I'm so happy it was retracted before the show happened. Lots of people tweeted me that they were heartbroken by that news, and people are going through this roller coaster of emotions, and it's our fault for not releasing the game yet. And then he added, we owe a lot to those people, but we really don't want to release piecemeal information until we can say, this is The Last Guardian, so we ask you to wait. That's all he said about it, but, considering this game is seriously
In danger. High voltage.
I think this is its...
That was Electric Six!
Yeah.
I saw them in concert. I saw them in concert in Philly.
This is its 8th no-show.
Oh.
3. So we're approaching Duke Nukem Forever territory.
Oh my gosh. So when it does come out, it's not going to be as good?
Don't know. I can't speak to anything about that, but yeah, it's not very promising. So we'll see.
Hold on, let me check the Wikipedia page. That place never lies.
Matt, did you have any news?
Yeah, I did. Apologies for my departure there. Apparently, the hotel wanted me to re-authenticate the connection, but
Weird.
let's see. This one I noticed just because I know my kids will be wanting this one, but a new Dynasty Warriors Gundam was shown on the E3 floor and will be available on July 4th. Speaking
of, I'm sorry, that Legend of Zelda Dynasty Warriors crossover, Hyrule...
Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah, that actually looks really pretty fun, I have to say.
You get to play different characters throughout the series, so that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And there's super attacks and stuff.
It's basically Dynasty Warriors, the Nintendo edition. So, yeah, and I really didn't get why they focused on Zelda picking up a hook shot so much. There must be a joke there that I'm not aware of. But anyway, the Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn comes out on July 4th, and it'll be $40. Pre-ordering it gets you some extra content, but there's so much content crammed into those games anyway, unless you are absolutely needing Trial of the Crimson Red or the Bear Good Guy mobile suit. I'm not even sure what one.
How is that?
So
the what?
Bear, it's BEARGGYUY.
I don't know how to read letters. Say it again.
Bear. It's the word bear, the letter G, and the word guy. So I don't even know how to pronounce it. So
How did you say it all together?
Yeah,
again?
put it together, please.
Okay, what did I do that you guys are all freaking out about? It looks like Bear Guy.
We just wanted you to say
it. The word bear, the letter G, and the word guy.
What the guts of the fuck did they get you to say, Zay?
Wow, if I sounded as broken up as you just did, no wonder you're laughing at me.
You broke Mark. Oh, goodness.
So, yeah.
Fraggy.
Did you have any other news, Matt?
Actually, no, other than got the first look at, in Game Informer this month, got the first look at the new Skylanders Trap Team. The figures look like they might be edging a little bit more toward the Disney Infinity kind of production. Maybe it's hard to tell from the pictures, but they look a little more higher quality than the previous previous version. Again, need to buy a new portal.
Nice.
If you're going to get it. So
what's this?
It's everywhere.
And the new mechanic is you can trap enemies in a crystal and save them to play them later.
Hey guys. Matt.
And gals?
No, guys.
What?
So, let's make this game about figurines, right? Right? Bear with me for a second. Let's make this game. Okay, so we make this game about figurines, but let's figure out a mechanic that we can trick children into thinking that they got more figurines without actually, now stay there with me, this is the part, without actually having to have figurines. They can trap characters from the game into a trap token and then level them up and everything. That way we don't actually have to build the thing that the game is built on. Money.
Well, there's still 30. There's still 30. It's still a series of 30 new figures, so it's not like they are skimping on the figures or anything.
30 characters, but the kids will think that they have infinite number of characters. And we don't actually have to do anything for them.
Wow. Damn, you really are taking on the asshole role this week.
Well, I'm just sorry. That's a ridiculous way to do it. I mean, if you're gonna build Pokemon, then friggin' build Pokemon. Don't.
So are they giving up on the action figure thing?
No, they're not. But it's. I think it's a dumb mechanic. Why would I? Okay, look. If I'm dealing with Skylanders, all right. Here's my figure. I can touch it. I can see it. I can hold it. And there is something to be said about the tactile portion of the game. I put it on the base. It comes to life. Yeah. When I have a generic trap token that sits on my base, I can't see the character. I can't touch the character. I can't see how cool he looks. He only exists in the game. I think it's a stupid idea for how to expand the series. I think it's lazy too.
So yeah. I'm glad I never got into that.
Well,
Man.
I guess I would prefer that over another 45 figurines. That would have to be
Yeah, but
purchased.
you
So I guess-
don't buy all 45 anyways. You buy the
Well, no,
ones
but I
that your
mean-
kids really want and that you have an interest in. But here they're taking
Well,
even that away from you. They're saying, nope, it's just a digital figurine. That's it.
it's an option. You don't have to do it.
Well, we know that you didn't have to buy Giants in order to play Giants, and we know that you didn't have
Well,
to.
you
get
did
the
have to
Swap
have
Force.
one.
Yeah, you didn't have to have the Swap Force characters to play Swap Force.
Arturo, are you going to be home on Saturday?
I'm going to a
Be
wedding, but
home.
yeah.
No, be home on Saturday. Cancel the wedding. Be home on Saturday.
You're
Okay.
going to get a PlayStation 4 on Saturday.
You are ridiculous.
And
I think
and
the
when
word you were
play-
looking for is drunk-diculous. Oh, wait a minute, that sounded bad.
I won't open it until you get sober and realize if it was a problem or not. How about
It's
that?
not a problem, dude. I love you. Seriously. PlayStation 4. Bam! You deserve it. 'cause
If
you're
this
awesome.
is true, then I love you too, man. That's ridiculous.
It's totally true. It just happened.
You will have no excuse for not playing games with us. That's what really.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
And you get a
And don't-
PlayStation 4, and you get a PlayStation 4,
Now you buy,
and you get a
want to buy me a
PlayStation 4.
Wii U while you're at it?
Oh
I
man.
need to buy
He's like, no.
if I buy myself a Wii U, then maybe I'll do it. But right now, let's start with him with a PS4, and then we'll worry about the Wii U's later.
Oh my gosh.
So, other things that I'm sorry if I'm being cynical, but I just think it's it's not pushing forward the idea of the figurine collections, which is what those games are based on. I'm really excited about the Amiibo, even though it sounds like Weeaboo. I'm excited about the Amiibo figurines for Nintendo. I think that's a different tact on it, in that you'll be able to use the same figurine in different games, and all the game data will be stored on the figurine and affect the game in different ways.
Assuming anyone buys it and it actually ends up being integrated with more than one game, which it's only so far been announced integrated with one game.
Try again.
Okay, well, last I saw, which was about 2 hours ago, it had still only been announced for
Try again.
Smash Brothers. Okay.
Smash Brothers and Mario Kart 8.
Oh,
So they will.
okay.
They
I must
will.
have put
They
that
have
out
already
recently.
said they. That was actually yesterday. They talked about it. They are making. They're patching Mario Kart 8 so that you will be able to use the Amiibos. Amiibos. Yeah, whatever it is. Boobs.
Man, could you imagine playing Mario Kart 8? All of us have Wii U's and play Mario Kart 8 drinking. That'd be awesome. Sorry, just a side thought.
No. I'm sorry. That is the incorrect game. The correct drinking game is Mario Party.
Oh.
I don't.
Still both fun.
I don't drink though.
Listen, I don't drink, but I drink.
Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles. That looked interesting, too.
Yeah, it did look interesting. Which
It did not.
It did too. It looked like
Did
an
not.
anime. It looked like an anime.
What was the other
not.
one? The Dragon Ball game. The Dragon Ball Xeno Saga or something.
What?
Yeah,
Dragon
that's the
Ball-
name. Dragon Ball Xenosaga is or Xeno Force or something.
What?
Chronicles or Xeno Saga. Yeah, and it has like a super weird secret character.
Dragon
The very end.
Ball Xeno? Like Xeno Saga?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Xeno
that
Saga, I do believe.
Yeah, Xeno something.
And at the end, well, we'll watch the trailer later, but the end there's a character that has this and this
So,
and this. And
All I see are fanfics. So I think you're playing with the furries too much there, Turo.
nope,
I don't
it's
know.
real.
It's
It's real.
I'm not finding anything.
There, I'll find it.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse?
Xenoverse, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Xeno
I'm like,
something.
It was Xeno
something.
something.
Xenosaga is an established franchise that has
Beetlejuice.
nothing to do with that. I'm like, what?
Ew,
Xeno, yeah, thank you. Xenoverse.
I like that movie.
And,
All right, so Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
That's why I
brings-
bought you a PS4.
Very interesting.
I don't know which one it was. I just typed in PS4, so I hope it's a good one.
Oh man, you bought me the box then.
No, it was on. It was Amazon sending it to you. You'll have it Saturday.
Yeah, but what was the actual checkout price? Because if it's $10, then you bought him a box.
No, it was $3.99.
Okay, so you bought him a PlayStation.
That's a real PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
I love you, monkey.
I love you too, sir. Oh my gosh.
So now he's just going to be jaded because you didn't wait and get him the white one.
Ah, no.
No, I had a chance to order the Destiny one. I was like, F that.
So,
He just needs a PS4, not a Destiny one. Let's not be greedy.
Let's not be greedy. I guess I'll take the black one, whatever.
You just need to promise to enjoy it. And if I die, remember me.
I will.
if
all
I
of those.
die from alcohol poisoning, remember me.
All of those, yes.
Go. When
I'll
you
play Remember Me in your honor.
Yeah, play Remember Me. I was just going to say that, man. Damn it.
I farted.
All right, so let's put this puppy to bed.
Oh, one more little small thing. Sorry.
Go right ahead.
News.
Nope, go right ahead.
Titanfall. The June update for Titanfall.
Nobody cares.
They're introducing 2 new mods. One of them's cool.
We don't.
It's called Mark for Death. It's like Running Man, is what they're saying.
The reason
One person
why I
is
got
marked
you
with
a
death.
PS4 is so you don't have to play that piece of crap anymore.
Well, Titanfall 2 is going to be announced for PlayStation 4 as well. So come on.
Really?
Yeah, there
yeah,
you go.
Yeah, that is coming out for PlayStation 2. Because they didn't make any money on the Xbox One.
Wait, well,
Yeah.
I thought that was a Microsoft only game.
No. The first game was an Xbox One exclusive.
It was like a trial run, I think, is how I see it now. Because Titanfall 2
Who made
is
it?
Respawn.
Oh,
The
Was it
And
Microsoft?
Activision likes money.
yeah.
Oh, was it Activision? I thought it was like a total Microsoft game.
Activision and Respawn. They're a developer.
I'm gonna drink some more of this.
All right, then. So, with that, closing thoughts. Let's start with you, Burgundy. We'll get that out of the way.
I really liked this E3 because it was all about the games. And that's the thing that was great about this one is because like the hardware stuff was all done last year. We don't have to worry about that. Everybody was just all about games this year, and it was awesome because Microsoft came out with a bunch of their saying like this is what we have on our platform. They even have an Insomniac game on there, which kind of upsets me because it's not going to be on PlayStation.
And it's a good Insomniac game.
I know it drives
Well,
me.
there was the remake of Ratchet and Clank 1 to go with the movie though, so we are getting an Insomniac game.
I know, but I would love to play that new one and everything, but I'm not going to be able to because I just really can't see me getting an Xbox One just for one game. And
Even
that
if
would,
it's Insomniac.
I know. And,
It's not. Well, I mean, it could come out later.
right, which is what I'm kind of hoping
No,
for.
it will not. They have already stated that because the whole reason they made the exclusivity deal with Microsoft is because Microsoft allowed them to keep the intellectual property rights for this.
God, you're harsh on my mellow.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're really harsh on my
because
mellow.
that was their problem with Ratchet and Clank is that Sony owns it, so they could never take it in a different direction.
Yeah, I know, but I mean that's. They're making a movie, and I like
It
that.
looks sweet.
It does. I mean, because it's made by the people that made the Reboot movie, the Reboot TV series.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Which makes me hope for a reboot.
Oh,
Well, it used to be
a
called
reboot, a
Mainframe.
reboot.
Used to be called Mainframe. Now they're called Rainmaker. They're also
Right.
making the Sly Cooper movie.
Exactly.
crap.
They do such great work.
They
I'm
were
really
ahead of their
excited for
time.
that.
They really were.
And then Insomniac is doing a reimagining of the first game based on like the stuff they're doing for the movie. So it's actually really good, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about that. I am.
Please be excited.
Yeah, pleased to be excited.
I am. And it upsets me I'm not going to play the other one, but it's just like, something that happens, and every once in a while you have to make sacrifices when you're a gamer. Because I just bought Toro a PS4. I can't buy an Xbox now for one game. But it's more important that he has a PS4.
So
Thank
then let's talk about that as your closing comments, Turo. What's the first PS4 game you're going to buy?
Oh, jeez. Well, Infamous Second Son.
Oh, good choice. I love that game.
And then a bunch of PlayStation Store games. What was it, Transistor, that you guys keep
Yeah.
teasing me about?
Child of Light. Yeah.
I have Child of Light already.
Okay.
It's actually being played in front of me still. What was the other one? The one you guys were all excited about whenever it first came out.
Entwined?
Rex? No, Resogun?
Oh, Resogun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
And
Wait, you just got PS Plus, right?
Yeah, he's got.
I'm
Oh,
I'm
sweet.
buying it as soon as we get done. Yeah.
So you're set.
So, Turo, you need to
Go on the store and buy everything right now.
Yeah, you need to
Okay.
download the app and go on the store and buy everything.
Oh, I can. Okay, I can do that.
And
right
you
now.
can download the free games now, even though you don't have the PS4.
Oh, okay, I can.
You have
do it
to
from
add
here,
the.
and
You
it'll
have to
just-
start the
Add them-
download action.
Add them to your cart and then start the download for them, and it will automatically start installing when you plug in the PS4.
Sweet. Okay, I'll do that as soon as we're all done here. Yeah.
Exactly. It's gonna be all.
God.
Oh, boy.
But that happened. You're totally getting one Saturday. Don't F it up.
I'm not. That's ridiculous. I'm not gonna F it up. No.
Although I would highly recommend, highly recommend.
Yeah, no more for you, Matt. You're cut off.
Yeah, coffee is a really bad substance. Since he did plunk down for the system, you may want to consider plunking some coin for a bigger hard drive. And
Yeah,
throwing that in
I
right
was
away.
going to recommend that as well.
Okay.
It's true. It's true. I'm not
If you can
doing
afford
that.
a 1 to 1.5 terabyte drive, I would go get one.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a 1.5 in mine, and it's
Yeah.
becoming clear that that's not going to be big enough.
No.
No.
Wow.
I have
1.5.
1.5 also,
I
and
want
I'm
you to
like,
use more hard drive as much as possible.
Hey.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
right now in
Upgraded.
that form factor, 1.5 is as big as you can get.
is it? I thought it went up to 2.
Well, there's been 2s announced, but I haven't seen them in the wild yet.
Okay. Matt, your final thoughts for the evening?
My final thought for the evening is I'm a little bit bummed out by one aspect of E3, beside the fact that I wasn't there.
How did you get bummed out about games?
Yeah.
Oh.
How are you?
I was really hoping there was going to be some major announcement that would breathe some new.
There
life into it.
was.
Which
There
one?
was. I'm looking.
Well, then it wasn't
for
part of the main.
No.
wasn't
It
part of the
wasn't.
main-
It wasn't.
Oh, I
mean,
gotta get a Vita now too. Should I get
I
the
mean,
Yeah.
old
you
one or
should.
the new one?
No, get the old one.
Okay,
Old
I'll
one.
find it.
There was the leak about the bundle.
No. Hold on.
I mean, this has been great for the trip. I mean, it would have been nice if I could have brought one of my PS3s or PS4s with, but I just didn't have the room. So, but I played Luftwaffe for forever last night.
First off, realize that Grim Fandango is also coming to the Vita, if you weren't aware.
Sweet.
Right.
God, that is awesome.
But
I didn't even
there
know
was-
that part.
There was something I saw, and I'm looking for it. There was a game announced for the Vita specifically at the show after the announcements. And I will find it for you. But it was a big game that they had announced.
I mean, because I do love this little machine, and I don't give it enough love, as in play it enough. Because
Have you tried remote playing?
remote play? I have. I did. I remote played Resogun.
Last night?
No, no, I haven't tried remote play from elsewhere.
Oh, you should.
Well, yeah, but my PlayStation's. Well, I guess I could have somebody put it in standby. But yeah, I could. The internet here is a little up and down, but when it's up, it's actually really good. So
Final Fantasy Type 0 headed to Vita. That's one of them.
I thought that was headed to PS4. I didn't really. That one's going to Vita.
Yep.
Okay. That does look gorgeous, by the way. The Type 0, the stuff I saw for that does
If
look.
that's not the one that I saw, I will find it.
Here's a
But
question.
but I was really hoping for Sony during their keynotes to make another push for, hey, this is how we're going to use this thing, and this is why you should be using it, and this is why the world should revolve around these 3 platforms. And they kind of did it by, making it an equal partner in the Plus, so there's 2 PS3, 2 PS4, and 2 Vita games. And like you said, there are some bigger games coming out for it. I'm not sure what the one you're talking about, but yeah, I thought Type 0 was coming to PS4, so I guess I misread that one.
Did you know that
Freedom Wars. That's it. Freedom Wars.
Freedom? What's that?
I haven't heard that at all.
Yeah, what's that?
It is.
Is that something I'm going to buy so you can have it for free later?
Probably. If I can get it to load.
I just want my stupid Sly Cooper to finish downloading.
I miss Sly Cooper. Those are good games.
They're really good.
Go download get on the PlayStation Store on the web.
Oh,
and get,
right. That's what you're doing.
So Freedom Wars comes by the way of 3 Japanese studios. Sony-owned Japan Studios, Shift, and Dimps. And their collaboration is creating a riveting plot that revolves around a futuristic post-apocalyptic society where resources are extremely scarce, too scarce for an ever-growing population. To combat these issues, just about anyone in the world can be saddled with a 1,000,000-year prison sentence for the most minor of crimes, subjugating countless people to a faceless government. To lessen and ultimately escape a given sentence, prisoners have to compete tasks on behalf of the state, a state split up into massive isolated cities known as panopticons. And apparently that was the name of the game when it was teased back in 2013, was Panopticon. You control someone strapped to one of those unfortunate 1,000,000-year prison sentences and must begin completing quests for the Central Authority to slowly but surely lessen your time until it reaches 0.
That is interesting.
And it's apparently,
I do remember hearing
apparently a co-op. It's a co-op action game that puts it in the same. Go ahead.
No, sorry. Finish your thought.
That puts it in the same company as Soul Sacrifice and Soul Sacrifice Delta.
Why is my wallet right here?
Because you just bought stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's due out on the Vita later this month in Japan and will launch later in 2014 in North America.
Okay. The other thing for the Vita that I totally forgot about.
What'd you forget about?
Vita TV or PlayStation TV, which is really Vita stripped.
We didn't even talk about that.
So, how awesome of an idea is that?
Well, yeah, when it came out in Japan last year, I was really hoping it was coming to North America because it's awesome for me because downstairs TV now don't need second PS4, just stream to it.
Exactly, that's a great idea.
And I saw an article where they said, well, if it would just get Netflix and Hulu, it'd be a decent device. But the Vita already has.
Right, it's on Netflix.
Stream it from your PS4, or the Vita has Hulu and Netflix. So if it's running everything a Vita can run, if it can do whatever a Vita can, Vita.
Right, I don't understand.
PlayStation TV, then it should already have Hulu and Netflix native. So
yeah, or it's coming from the PS4 if you're streaming the PS4 to it, so it's fine. It's all fine. People need to relax.
And it's going to be PlayStation Now compatible whenever that drops. And I hope to heck that's a service fee and not a nickel and dime you to death.
So that's my final thought of the day. Is the last piece of news I have. They announced they detailed the prices for PlayStation Now. The shortest term rental looks like $2.99, which looks like it's going to be for a day. And if you want it for 30 days, it looks like it could run up to $19.99.
So is that final then, or?
That was actually, it's probably not final, but that's what they announced today, so I'm guessing that's close to final. I don't know if they're still going to offer a subscription fee or not.
Or if you're Plus member, you get one free rental a month or something.
That would be freaking awesome.
Ooh.
Oh, dude.
And my actual final closing thought is to recap probably the coolest thing that we heard at the show.
Grim Fandango?
No.
The Grim Fandango, man.
Far Cry 4.
Oh.
I buy the game. I invite you guys to play with me, and you don't need to own the game.
What?
Yep.
Wait,
and
how
does that work?
On the PlayStation.
Hey, you know what's awesome about that?
Yeah, we all have PlayStations now.
Yeah. Whatever a freezing mat does.
Because the monkey's got a PlayStation now, he could stop supporting Xbox. And you know why? You know why that happened? Because of me.
Because of you.
the best part.
Love for the monkey.
I am downloading all of these episodes, and when you finally have kids, dude, they are coming over to my house, and they are going to watch you.
But what they're going to notice is that he actually just did the RVD.
Exactly. Dude, you had that. That was just Mr. RVD.
Mr. Wednesday Night here. That's your new nickname from now on.
Mr. Wednesday.
Mr. Wednesday Night.
And it's because we need to keep Monkey around before we lose him to another podcast.
I'm not going anywhere.
Because if we
You know, he is in high demand. He's had to fight off offers from so many other.
He's our best free agent. We got to give him an incentive package.
And people are going to pay him sometimes, so we need to pay him something. So a PS4 is minor in keeping this podcast alive, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that is quite a payment for being part of this podcast.
You're awesome, dude. You have to realize that.
When you sober up in the morning, call me, dude.
Thank you.
Let me tell you what happened.
So, other than that, until next week, everybody have fun. We'll recap the rest of the week's news next week.
We don't have final thoughts?
Oh, we did final thoughts already, Dave.
We did?
Yeah, we did. But until next week...
Do you have another final thought?
What's my final thought?
Your final thought was you really liked the E3 because it was all about the game.
Grim Fandango.
And until next week, game on.
Game on.
Game on.